Yo, what's up guys? Teacher Paul over here and Felipe.
Hello there, everyone.
And today, what are we reacting to, Felipe? I have no idea what the Backrooms are.
Oh, come on, you must have at least some idea.
I know there's
I have
picture.
mentioned it, I guess I've mentioned it a couple of times to you and explained a little bit of the Backrooms lore. You know,
So-
I don't want to explain here because we're gonna have like 8 minutes.
We're gonna see a
explaining
video.
all of the details.
Guys, check out this channel, the infographic show. The link is in the description. We're gonna learn what the Backrooms are. Let's go.
It's
Let's
an
go.
ordinary Tuesday afternoon at an ordinary office building. Grace, an intern, gets on the elevator in the garage. She's bound for the CEO's office on the 10th floor. Just as the doors close, Rob, a junior sales agent, hops in. Previously, Grace had been a victim of one of Rob's little pranks,
I thought that
pressing
was
all
like
the
a
buttons
big
right
tooth,
before he
but
gets
it's
off
her
on the
mouth.
first floor. This made the elevator stop on every floor and caused Grace to be lectured for returning from break a few minutes late. Today, she's ready. First floor, the elevator doors open. Rob steps out and turns back to run his hand down the button panel. In a move worthy of a ninja, Grace maneuvers around him and lightly shoves his shoulder. Surprised, Rob stumbles back into the elevator. Grace tosses him a smug grin as the doors close. Sure, she has to wait for another elevator, but it's worth it. Annoyed, Rob repeatedly mashes the door open button, and the lights in the elevator flicker, and it pauses for almost an imperceptible second before it
have done
continues to
that.
rise. Rob doesn't know it yet, but he's just no-clipped out of reality. The elevator beeps for the second floor. The doors open. Rob leaps out. He looks around in sudden confusion. On the either side of him are long hallways. In front of him is a large empty office space.
Level
Can't remember
0.
what color the walls in his office are, but he's sure that they weren't a dingy sunshine yellow. He turns around to go back into the elevator, but the wall behind him is solid. No
Oh,
elevator.
no.
Disbelieving,
Is that
Rob
the
feels the
Backrooms?
wall. It's cold, almost damp,
He's trapped.
but smooth with no cracks. Rob doesn't know how they did it, but he's sure it's a joke. He turns back to the empty office and walks forward.
How
"You got me,
naive.
guys," he says, fully expecting a bunch of coworkers to pop out with their cell phones, recording their amazing prank. His voice echoes slightly in the vastness of the empty space. There's no answer. The room is still except for the loud hum of the fluorescent lights. It smells quite unpleasantly of old paper, stale coffee, and mildew. The annoying buzz from the lights is making Rob's head throb. If it keeps up, he'll have a migraine. He takes out his cell phone. His fingers are slippery with perspiration as he texts. The message icon just spins. It can't send his message. Rob tries calling, but the line is dead. His phone doesn't have any bars. He walks all over the office space holding his phone up, trying to see if he can get better reception. Squish! His expensive leather loafer
guy.
sinks into the soggy tan carpet in the right corner of the
Oh,
room. In fact, the
no.
patch of carpet so wet, tiny toadstools are sprouting. A sudden odd grunting, growling noise makes Rob spin around. A chill skitters down his spine. Across the room is something. It looks like a human crawling on its hands and feet, but the elbow and knee joints are bent the other way.
What
Its
the
face
heck?
is surrounded by shaggy,
It's one of
matted
the
dark hair.
entities.
The creature tilts its head up and sniffs the air before making a grunting growl again. At first, Rob is frozen, but he gets a hold of himself. Hugging the wall at his back, he begins to sidestep toward the entrance in the next room. The creature hangs back. It seems to be intimidated by the eye contact. Its cold
They
black
have
eyes stare
entities in the
back at
back
Rob.
room?
It has a weird, aggressive
Yeah.
smile on its face.
That's actually
but
a
it's not coming
controversial
closer.
point. I'm
Rob's
going to comment
almost
on
to
that
the
later.
entrance when disaster strikes. The moist mildew smell wafting from the carpet makes him sneeze. He breaks up.
Oh, we have ads. Okay.
Give it
The
back.
creature growls and charges toward him. It is a strange, quick gait. Rob turns and runs. The next room is the same, overly cheerful yet dingy yellow walls, moist tan carpet, and buzzy, glaring fluorescent lights. Rob dashes across the room. The creature's gaining on him. The room ends in a T-shaped hallway. Rob zags right. He slips, barely managing to stay on his feet. His loafers weren't made for running on moist carpet. Rob runs down the hallway, passing several rooms. They're all the same, yellow and tan. There's a loud growl behind him. Rob looks back. The creature has been joined by a second beast. They're gaining on
wow.
Rob. They can't be more than 20 feet away. Their toothy grins are terrifying. Up ahead, the hallway dead ends. Rob barely has time to turn around before they attack. He kicks one in the face. Its head snaps back and it whimpers. The other creature claws at Rob's chest. He pushes it away and kicks it too. The creature gloms onto his shoe, sinking its teeth into the leather and yanking it free. It chews on its prize while the other creature growls at Rob menacingly, but it doesn't come any closer as Rob stares at it. Without breaking eye contact, Rob reaches down, takes off his other shoe, and tosses it. The creature springs after it. Rob manages to sidle past the first creature, who's engrossed in ripping apart Rob's hand-stitched loafer. He ducks into a room. Once out of the sight of the creatures, he runs on socked feet through the room, and then another and another. Several rooms later, Rob collapses in a heap on the floor, his heart's galloping a mile a minute. What were those things? Where is he? The room he's in is the same as all the others except for one difference. In a corner is a 5-drawer file cabinet. Once Rob catches his breath, he wanders over and tries opening each of the drawers. Sadly, they're all locked. Rob walks into another room. He feels gross. He has wet patches on his slacks from where he sat down. His socks are clammy. His cell phone is missing. He lost it while escaping the creatures. He doesn't know what to do, so he keeps walking. He goes into the next room, and the next. It's a veritable maze of yellow offices with tan
it's
carpets.
huge.
Suddenly, he hears something. The sound is faint, but somehow familiar. Rob strains to hear, but the sound stops. He walks in the direction he thinks the sound's coming from. 2 rooms later, he hears it again. It's a telephone. It's ringing. The ringing is echoing. The ringing phone means communication. It means other people. Perhaps it even means a way out of here, wherever this place is. But first, Rob has to find the phone. Rob takes off his socks. He'd rather walk barefoot on the gross carpet. Moist socks freak him out. He also takes off his belt. He wants to be prepared in case those horrible creatures show up again. The next room, of course, is the same as all the others, but it has a lone desk. The desk drawers are not locked. One has paper clips, several ballpoint pens, and a highlighter. Rob tries writing on the wall, but the chartreuse highlighter can't be seen against the yellow. The other drawer is empty except for a crumpled, half-full bag of stale tortilla chips. Rob suddenly realizes that he's not hungry or tired. In fact, he's lost all sense of time. He looks at his watch. It stopped. How long ago, it's hard to say. Rob walks on. Sometimes the rooms have an item or two, but most times they don't. As he walks, he has conversations in his head with his co-workers, the kind of chat one has when they find themselves in the break room waiting for their coffee to brew. How about those Dodgers last night? You're gonna surprise the wife with a 20th anniversary trip to Tahiti? That sounds amazing. Sucks that little Caitlin needs braces. Our dental plan isn't that great. Rob also talks to Grace in his head. Sorry about the elevator. I was just blowing off some steam. You're pretty. I wish I knew how to talk to you instead of resorting to juvenile pranks to get your attention. He wonders what magic Grace did to transport him to this desolate yellow hellscape. Rob can hear the phone ringing loud and clear now, although it's still hard to know exactly where it's coming from. He sees the creatures a few more times. He stares them down and cracks his belt at them. They reluctantly slink away. He also sees a lady in a power suit with a shell-shocked expression, but she scurries away before he can say anything to her. Then almost unexpectedly, he steps into a room just like all the others, except there's a black business phone on a desk in the center of the room. Rob sits down to wait. It's not long before the phone rings. His hand trembling, Rob picks it up. Hello? He's surprised to find that his voice is rusty from disuse. He clears his throat and tries again. Hello? The line is buzzy. The connection not the greatest.
Is this the full story?
To process what the woman on the phone
No, not exactly.
It's been a long time since anyone has spoken to him. The technician was supposed to come to her house between 9 and 4, and it's now 4:17, and no one has showed up. And what is he going to do about it? Rob sets the phone down. He gets under the desk and lays there in the fetal position. He doesn't care that his button-up shirt is getting wet. The back rooms. Depending on whom you ask, there are over 100 levels of back rooms.
Oh, now the explanation
starts. Poor, unsuspecting soul to somehow glitch out of reality and get stuck in a horrific maze. Some levels have horrible humanoid monsters. Some levels are gaily decorated with balloons and bunting that says "Happy Birthday." Of course, were you to show up for a birthday party in the back rooms, chances are you would not survive the killer clowns. Some purists insist there's only 3 levels to the back rooms. I'm inclined to believe that only a single level exists. When the image of an empty office with cheap, tan, stain-resistant carpet, fluorescent lighting, and yellow walls was posted in a paranormal forum, it resonated with so many because it spoke of our existential nightmares. It's a metaphor for the horrors of modern life, that for many of us our job is meaningless, unfulfilling, and rife with endless bureaucracy. The ultimate horror isn't a werewolf who wants to use your left shin bone as a chew toy, or a vampire that wants to drain you of your blood, or any other made-up horror, but a soul-sucking job. But what do I know? I'm just an overworked, caffeinated, underpaid writer sitting in a drab cubicle with nothing except for my laptop, surrounded by other overworked, caffeinated, underpaid writers sitting in their drab cubicles, each of us maniacally typing away, striving to meet deadlines. Now go watch the crazy results of a 1940s experiment by Russian scientists, or watch...
Well, that wasn't really the Backrooms explained. It was maybe a story about the Backrooms or in the Backrooms. Are those entities other people?
Yeah, well,
who are there
that's the
for so
thing.
long?
That's the thing. If you no clip out of reality, which no clip, it's like a video game term for when you can when you can
Glitch?
yeah, it's kind of like a glitch. Like, you can go through walls,
Yeah.
and the ground and all this stuff. So the backrooms basically is like when you get out of this reality,
Yeah.
you no clip out of this reality, and then you get to what is for for many people, it's like a giant maze
Okay.
with almost endless corridors. For you to have an idea, the backrooms, the size of the backrooms, it's bigger than the size of Earth itself.
Wow.
So there are kilometers and kilometers and kilometers of the same mono yellow and the hum buzz from the fluorescent lights and the smell of old old moist carpet
You.
and the same walls in every single place you go. So of course,
My only question actually is, does time exist there? Do you age? Do you die there? Like, or are you stuck there forever?
There are a couple of interpretations for the backrooms. Okay, so here comes the real part. Okay, if there are any kids watching this, the backrooms is not real. Okay, guys, this is just fiction. So
You were paid to say that, weren't you? Who you working
well,
for?
there's a couple of weird things because, for example, it all began with the image that appeared in the video, the original Backrooms image, which today it's called Level 0. So Level 0, it's like the first place that you go when you go to the backroom. And for some people, Level 0, it's the only thing. It's the backrooms. It's only Level 0. Okay. For other people, the backrooms is like from level 0 to, I believe, level 3, level 2. I don't remember exactly. And some people even say 8. And there are there are like 3 cannons, 3 mainline for. I'm trying to explain a very complicated thing, so it's kind of hard. But okay, so there are 3 main
Entry points.
realities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where we get only level 0, and a couple of other levels that probably goes to 8 or something. And the ones that are endless levels. There are like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of levels in many other weird places, weirder than the backrooms itself. So I really enjoy this concept, and most people are really against the entities that many people added to the lore. Because some people believe that the backrooms itself it's already the ultimate entity, because every time you turn a wall, a newly generated reality of walls it's created at that moment. So you can't predict what's going to happen. So many people think that the backrooms itself it's the main entity and should be the only entity. But since the first post that was a 4chan post that basically created the whole lore, we can see that there was at least one entity that could hear you, and it's very very crazy. But nowadays, the one of the canons, they believe that there exists like many entities, a lot of entities.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically that's it. You are trapped in a strange alternate place and crazy reality.
Could this be related with Jordan Peele's Sunken Place?
I haven't watched that movie yet, so
you're a fan of Jordan Peele, so I'm surprised that you haven't seen that.
Yeah, but I haven't seen many movies from Jordan Peele. Mostly the comedy sketches. Yeah, okay. I definitely should. Yeah,
his horror movies are really on point.
Yeah, indeed. But well, like I said, it's a place that you can be trapped, and you there is a possibility that you leave the back rooms and return to reality, but that's it's a very small chance. Not everyone is able to find the exit. And I'm surprised that the bacteria wasn't mentioned here, because the bacteria are basically the main monsters from the backrooms. But anyways,
Okay.
yeah, it's a very crazy. It's a lot of lore, and
Yeah.
it's a very interesting concept. Like it's rooted on the fear. Like he said, you don't want to be like trapped in a job where you're basically a slave,
Yeah.
and you're trapped with other people. So it it explores this type of concept. What if the only thing you had in life was the the boredom, the boredness. I don't know how you say that.
Boredom. Yeah.
Yeah, of underpaid jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and that same office with the same stuff and the same walls. So it explores that fear of never reaching a higher place in society
It's
or in
interesting
life. And
what you're talking about is interesting because there's a series on Apple TV called Severance, which
yeah,
have you
yeah,
watched that?
Severance was, I haven't watched yet, but one of the creators, or one of the writers, I don't remember exactly, but the Backrooms was part of the inspiration for Severance,
Mm.
actually. So it kind of has something to do. They added a little bit more of things. Actually, what made the Backrooms mainstream was Kane Pixels. He
Okay.
was the main guy that he made a video, a very well made video, where he shows a guy who got trapped inside the Backrooms.
In real life?
And well, it's fiction, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
not real.
I mean, how would you know? People disappear all the time, and you said they don't come back, so no one's ever came back to tell the story about the real backrooms in our simulated life.
Yeah, and there's another creepy thing, is that nobody knows until this day where was the original Backrooms photo taken.
Wow. Lost
Nobody know
media?
where that. Yeah, it's lost media right now. It's lost media, and we do not know the origins of the real location that the Backrooms photo was taken. So it's very creepy. At least that fact is really creepy.
Okay,
And
guys. Let me just ask you guys, if you enjoyed this type of content, let us know. If you want us to react to lost media, these type of videos. What do you call these type of videos? Lores or?
yeah, the Backrooms, creepypastas, lost media, all of that stuff.
Yeah, Philip is
Internet urban legends.
okay. If you want us to react and to watch those videos, let us know. Any final thoughts, Philip?
I think that was all.
Okay, if you have any questions about the back rooms, then I think Philip
Let
is.
us know, and maybe we can make a part 2.
Yeah, maybe we can make a
Talking
part
about
2.
other levels, or even we could actually react to the King Pixels video. Plus, King Pixels is actually developing. He's working with AAA studios to make a Backrooms movie. So
Nice.
probably for the next year we're gonna have something. I believe that we are gonna have a trailer or something for 2024. And yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
hope
think
we got a movie out of of that.
I think this whole backrooms what do you call it, concept has been
Yeah,
explored in
that's a
many movies
creepypasta.
also, many films.
Mhm.
I mentioned The Matrix because there's a part where they're in like a place where there are doors, a lot of doors, and they're trying to get to some other places, kind of something like that. But I think it might have some type of connection. I think there are a lot of concepts maybe not named. Maybe it's not named Backrooms,
Yeah.
but it's still the same
The first
idea.
the first time the Backrooms image appeared wasn't actually with talking about the Backrooms concept, the Backrooms lore. It was a post that people were trying to find like weird liminal places, weird photos of liminal places.
Okay.
Liminal places are like places that you go in between the main points. For example, a corridor is a liminal place because it's not a place that you stay, that you live in. You just go through it, So a road is basically a liminal place. So people are taking pictures and uploading to 4chan to show, well, guys, which one of these is the weirdest one? What's the type of feeling that you get when you see these images, these oddly familiar places, even though you have never been on them? And after that, somebody took the Backrooms picture and added the lore, and well, the rest is history.
Wow. Yeah, guys, you might think we don't live in a simulation, but have you ever seen a bridge upside down underwater? I bet you haven't. Okay, we're gonna go to the next video. It's a joke, man. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Let us know if you want us to react to more of these stuff. And yeah, give us some ideas and suggestions. I'll see ya. Bye-bye. Take care.
Now you can get full access to exclusive content, special reactions to shows, series, anime, full movies, and even request a video of your choice. Just become a YouTube member or join Buy Me a Coffee today. Find out more, the link is in the description.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.